New York City, Union Square, Whole Foods. So today is all about Banting and the history of low carbohydrate diets and ketogenic diets. And so we're in Whole Foods. Well, I'm here to give you a quick guide about Banting, how to do low carbohydrate diet according to the very first history of low carbohydrate diet and very first book, the Letter on Corpulence. Letter on Corpulence that was written by William Banting in 1864. That's how old low carbohydrate diets that always been the most effective diets are. So let's get in. The principle of Banting, or very first low carbohydrate diet, is no starch, no bread, no pastries. And that, by the way, also goes to all the grains, all the cereals, anything that's made of grain. And of course, guys, no sugar, no desserts. That's all on low carbohydrate diet that was invented or written about back in 1864. So no sugar. The next one goes for low carbohydrate fruits, guys. On Banting, or original low carbohydrate diet, no fruit was allowed except for occasional low carbohydrate fruits like berries or things like low carbohydrate fruits like peaches or plums, also some melons, and of course things like lemons and limes. What you want to avoid when it comes to fruit, of course, bananas, things like pineapple, what else, or things like mangoes. That fruit you don't want to eat on low carbohydrate diet. On original Banting or low carbohydrate diet, your friends, of course, are your veggies, non-starchy veggies. So all the colorful kingdom of vegetables, except for things like potatoes, sweet potatoes, and also, of course, you don't want to consume things like peas or too many carrots, especially the ones that are made like sugary. These, what I'm showing you right now, are your friends, greens and non-starchy veggies. So potatoes and even onions, are really sweet and higher in sugar, so you don't want to eat those on low carbohydrate diet. And guys, make sure that when you buy anything that comes in a can or in a package, just make sure that on the ingredient list it doesn't have any sugar. And they put sugar in almost everything these days, sauces. So on original low carbohydrate diets, guys, that was written in 1864, there was no dairy, no milk, no butter, even no yogurts, no dairy at all. And no cheeses too, keto crowd. So original low carbohydrate diet did not include any of dairy products, cheese and butter and anything like that included. At this point you might ask, what did they eat on low carbohydrate diet back then? Well, basically they ate a lot of veggies, as I told you, but also a lot of different kinds of meat, chicken, beef, fish, any kind of animal products really. But interestingly enough, the author William Banting did not include pork or salmon specifically in his low carbohydrate diet. Not sure why, but that was his diet. His diet basically was greens, different kinds of vegetables, some low carbohydrate fruit here and there, a lot of different unprocessed, because there was no really processed food back then, unprocessed meat products, and some dry wines. Even though I personally do not recommend to include alcohol if your goal is to lose maximum fat, maximum weight, and to get healthy. You can listen more about low carbohydrate diet, guys. Learn more on my podcast, Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner. Today also there are some links about the history of low carbohydrate diet, some information about Arctic expeditions back in 19th century and how they lived with Inuits for 4 years, eating nothing but meat and fish, and were totally healthy at the end. To recap, guys, low carbohydrate diet, original as it was back then, it's a lot of vegetables, unprocessed animal product, no dairy, and low carbohydrate fruit here and there.